Hey everybody, so today I think I'll do a hike at Big Sucker Creek. We've been here before together, and it's just a hike that's not too far from the house. I love it, and it's my first time hiking it since last year because of winter, of course. I haven't been able to get out here to this particular hike. This one's not used in the winter, so there's no worn trail or anything like that on the snow. So yeah, let's get on with it. While I'm thinking about it here, I'll put my hike on my phone, because if I don't, it doesn't count. Oh, I gotta unlock my watch here to get this thing going. There we go. And here we go. I got the car today. Little Golf R action. So this is a hike that I just really love. It's got some beautiful views. It's a great place to come down and do some trout fishing as well. I've been using my daggerfish fishing pole. I did a video about that a while back. It's called a hand pole or something like that they call it. But it's just a tiny little thing that you can easily hike in and do a little bit of fishing. Daggerfish, check those guys out. It's one guy, I think, and he's just making some amazing products. I've actually got quite a few of his things that he makes. It's all handmade. Normally I take my wife on this hike, but I'll be honest, I didn't know I was going to be here. I did a little video with the golf, just kind of getting on it, showing the sound and letting you guys see how that thing goes. And then I found myself really close to this hike. I'm like, hey, let's do it. It's the Knife River that runs through here. It's a beautiful river. And we get some amazing views of it on this hike. It's a 2-mile hike. It's an out and back, so it's a mile in and a mile back. The river's just right around the corner up here, so. And where I park up there, it's kind of a little parking spot for this trail. There was one other car, so we'll probably see somebody back here. Who knows, they might be camping back here. There's a campsite back here. It's not like it's just a rustic campsite, I guess is what you'd call it. This is not a park or anything like that, or a campground, but there's a spot back here a lot of people use to to camp. This trail is kind of what I think the North Shore hiking trails should be. You know, it's just got that look and feel. Not a ton of elevation. I like elevation, but it still looks really nice. Just got to get back a little ways. The river is right here. You just can't see it yet. Maybe you can hear it flowing though. Starting to see it in there. This is basically how the trail is, like this now for the rest of the hike. This is kind of a sketchy little spot here. There's a couple of those on this hike. It's a pretty good incline there, and the ground is loose. These are the spots I like to fish trout, where the water's not moving quite as fast and it's a little deeper. Now, if you're an expert on trout fishing, you might think differently. I am not an expert. I'm just learning, but I do like to fish those kind of areas. Isn't it pretty back here, guys? It gets better. I promise. Stick with me here. Lots of roots when you hike these trails up here on the North Shore. A lot of obstacles, rocks and roots. Easy to trip. I have a feeling that the campground up here, or not campground, but the site up here where people camp, that car that I saw, they're probably camping there because as I'm walking here, I'm going through a lot of spider webs. And I think if they would have parked in the last hour or two, they would have went through them. So I don't think anybody's been on this trail, at least since yesterday. And who knows, maybe they didn't go this way. But I kind of suspect we'll see somebody at the campsite up here. And the trail goes right through it, so it's a little awkward, but I mean, they know there's a trail, so they gotta expect people to come trampling through. Do you hear that, guys? There's a little bit of a falls up ahead. I'll get you some good views. At least I'll try. Oh yeah, someone's camping right there. Coming through. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. Didn't mean to scare you. I'm just hiking. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, get going. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. It's okay. You're not going to bite me, are you? Okay. Just hiking through. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't mean to startle you like that. It's okay. Normally I would have showed you guys the falls back there, but they're camped right by them, so I don't want to bother them. There's some better ones up ahead, so we'll check those ones out instead. I had a feeling somebody was camping there. I don't know if you heard them, but they said that the dog doesn't bite, and they didn't care that I was coming through. They were okay with it. They sounded nice. So another good place to fish, guys. If you notice, it's a little more still over here. I don't fly fish, I bobber fish trout. There's a fly fishing pole made for hikers by a company called, I'm probably going to say it wrong, but Takachi, I think I'm going to get one and try it out. It looks really easy to use, and it's really compact, and there's so many lakes and streams up here with trout that I think it'd be really fun to try to fish with one. The further we take the trail, the prettier the river gets. And we're getting to almost to the best part. And you can go down there, guys, and sit on the rocks and enjoy, you know, lunch, or you know, bring your coffee with you or whatever you do. That's what I normally do. Some obstacles here. You got to be careful. The ground on this hike is really loose, and your feet can come out from underneath you in spots. lot of trees came down since last year. This is where you got to be careful. The ground's loose and it's a pretty steep incline. So far, so good. If you guys watch my videos, you know I got a thing about falling. I tend to do it quite a bit. So far, I haven't broke anything, but I definitely hurt myself. The last fall was the worst. I have never experienced that kind of pain. If you guys ever cracked a rib, you know what I'm talking about. You can't sneeze. It hurts to talk. You can't cough. Not to be gross, but if you've got to let some air, you have to push down. No way. No way. Everything hurts. All right, we're coming to the end of the hike here. This is the end right here. Now, I say it's the end. It's the end as All Trails likes to say it's the end. But I actually can zigzag my way around, and I go further up a lot of times. I'm not going to today. But yeah, you can make this trail longer if you need to. Isn't this awesome? I tried going on the other side, but there were signs that said, you know, private property, so I couldn't do that. I got out of there really quick. I'm super respectful for people's property. I don't cheat and go on land I'm not supposed to. Yeah, this is awesome. So somebody was asking me recently who I make these videos for. And, well, one of the things is I make them for myself. When I started doing this journey of having a YouTube channel, I was doing it for my mental health. I really was. And I was trying to help other people with maybe some mental health issues. Mine was anxiety. And then during that learning process of anxiety, which I've dealt with my whole life, I finally decided to do something about it. But during all that learning process, I found out I'm on the autism spectrum a little bit. I never would have known. I just thought of all these other little quirks and things I deal with were, I don't know what they were, I guess, but I didn't give them much thought. But come to find out, I'm on the autism spectrum. I learned that probably getting close to 2 years ago now. But I made these videos. I started out, like I say, making them for myself. And then I found along the way, yes, I still make them for myself, but there's a lot of people that don't get to get out in the wilderness like this. They might have, you know, health issues that keep them from coming out here. And there's a lot of older people that used to do this and just can't anymore because of age. And you know, I've gotten a lot of thank yous from people in those kind of groups. Okay, here's that really steep hill again. Got it. Anyway, I've gotten some thank yous. Oops, hold on here, guys. Lost you. And that's a cool feeling to be able to do this sort of thing for, you know, people that appreciate the nature and just can't get out themselves. So I'd say that's who I make them, and anybody else who wants to watch them, you know. My videos have kind of grown over the last year and a half, 2 years, whatever, however long it's been since I've been doing this. And I've let some other aspects of my life kind of get in here too, and that's my love affair with vintage Volkswagens. And I have two of them. I have a 1971 camper van. His name is Gus. And I have that's a Volkswagen camper van, I should say, Westphalia. And then I have a 1987 Volkswagen Vanagon Westphalia Synchro. So that's the next generation after the old one kind of van. And yeah, they're a big part of my life. I love old vintage Volkswagens. I've had a lot of bugs, lots of other buses and stuff like that. I just really like old cars in general, but Volkswagens specifically. If it wasn't for old Volkswagens, I wouldn't have met my wife. I used to work for a little air-cooled shop, and I would rebuild engines and do other repairs. I did that after hours. During the day, I worked at the Volkswagen dealer as a mechanic. So this is a long time ago. And my wife, wasn't my wife at the time, she came in needing parts for her vintage Volkswagen. She had a bug and a bus, come to find out. And she came in for parts for her bug, and I sold them to her. And then she said to me, hey, I've got this 69 bus at home, and I've had all this work done. Let me turn this around here real quick. I've had all this work done from these other shops, and they can't figure out why it just dies all of a sudden. It'll be running great, and then you get down the highway and it'll just shut off. I said, well, bring it in. Let me take a look at it. And she brought it in, and it had points and a condenser on it, old school, right? Or 69. And I tested the condenser, and it was shorting out. $3 part, at least it was back then. I put that on, and you know, she had new carb on there, new this, new that. She had probably a couple grand into repairs before she found me, and lots of tows. So I put that on, and it fixed her problem, and she asked me out on a date. And yeah, it's going on 30 years with her, and I love her so much. She doesn't like to be in the videos. She's really shy that way. She's very private. She likes that I'm doing, and she pushes me to do these too, guys. She wants me, she sees that it does me good as well to make these videos for you guys, but she doesn't really want to be in them. If you've seen all my videos, you have seen her. She allows a little bit, but it's not often. So she's very supportive, but also doesn't want to be part of it. So anyway, I won't keep you. I'm going back. We've seen all this trail, so I'll quit recording here. But I appreciate all you guys that do watch my channel. If you get a minute, head over to vanagongear.com. It's a website I just put together, and you can buy all sorts of Vanagon hoodies, t-shirts, things like that, merchandise. See if there's something you like over there. It would, it's a great way to support my channel and support what I do. So anyway, everybody enjoy the rest of the weekend. There's not much left of it, and we'll talk to you later. Hey, thanks for watching that video. I just wanted to let you guys know I have a new website called Vanagon Gear. It goes with my YouTube channel, Roaming with Roamer. So on that site, you're going to find things like Roaming with Roamer hats, shirts, things like that. And not just Roaming with Roamer, but Vanagon stuff in general. Here's the Vanagon Gear hat. Here's my Wander More, Worry Less shirt. You'll find stuff like that on there. So check out the site. Maybe there's something you like, and we'll be adding new graphics and tees and sweatshirts all the time. So anyway, I appreciate your guys' support, and let's keep doing our thing. We'll talk to you guys later.